Morning, everyone. A freak accident took his life, and today, Sergeant James Hackemer will rest amid his comrades at Arlington. Here's News 4's Anthony Conji. Anthony?
Well, Joe, Sergeant James Hackemer will be laid to rest later today at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. Most people by now know the basics, but few truly know the remarkable life Hackemer led. By now, most people know that Sergeant James Hackemer was a war hero that lost both of his legs overseas and died on the Ride of Steel roller coaster at Darien Lake last month. But to those who knew him best, that was only a small part that defined James Hackemer.
He wasn't limited, that's all he wanted. He wanted to just push forward and do as much as he could.
His family described him as a fighter. After losing his legs to an IED blast, grueling therapy awaited him. Sergeant Hackemer's rehab took him all over the country and eventually to Reed Army Medical Center, where he learned to walk with prosthetics and even ride a bike pedaled by his hands. He was glad to be back in Gowanda after nearly 3 years of rehab.
I consider up in Boston like my rebirth, because I had to learn how to do everything. I had to learn how to talk, write, read, see, eat.
When Hackemer finally returned home for good, he was determined to get his life back. The day at Darien Lake that ultimately cost Hackemer his life was the first step in getting the life back that he wanted.
I want to live my life to the fullest from here on out, and no regrets. Just looking forward to my life ahead of me.
However long he was on that ride, a minute and a half, had to have been
the best time in the last 3.5 years.
Sergeant Hackemer will be buried with military honors in just a few hours from now. News 4's George Rickert will be covering the funeral, and we'll have much more throughout the day here on News 4 and WIVB.com. Anthony Conji, News 4 Wake Up.